Okay, let's head back to Staplehurst Cricket Club, where the sun was shining and they're hoping to attract more people to the game in the wake of the Ashes series. Dave Fulton is there for us. David.
Yeah, thanks Rachel. Well, they're off at Old Trafford because of bad light. They're off here at Staplehurst, but not because of bad light, but because it's tea, which of course in village cricket terms is the most important part of the day. We're going to wander in, find ourselves a few players. First of all, no spikes in the bar, please. That's traditional. And look behind me, you can see the spread that they've got on here. And if we take you up here, you can see that they've got the big screen. That's Dickie Bird up there. Look, that's the Ashes. We've got them on in the bar, and Hollingbourne here have amassed 162 for 9. They don't think it's enough. I found myself an Australian, would you believe it, in the Garden of England. And Ryan, first of all, how good to come off the field and see your team doing well for once.
Yeah, it's a refreshing change, I have to say. I think the last two tests have been pretty disappointing. But yeah, I think good first innings, and we'll see how the second innings goes.
Yeah, we've just organised a bit of bad light for you, but you haven't got enough runs, you reckon, out there, is that right?
No, we're probably about 72 short, I think. It's a pretty small ground and it's quite quick.
Well, good luck when you get out there. So we're going to have a little wander over here, speak to the club treasurer. You can see the bar's absolutely packed out here. That's the beauty of having the TV on in the background and the Ashes on show. John, what difference has that made up there to the club finances?
Well, it's not only about watching the Ashes in the summer. Obviously, we've got this special deal which we've had for, 8 years now, since it started off at only £90 compared to the rateable value of what public house for it, but we can show it all year round in the winter football, so we can get people to come in and obviously get money during the whole 12-month period rather than just rely on the 4 or 5 months of an English summer, which you know what it's like. It could be a wet one and not last very long at all. With that, we can show Sky Sport, we can show the football, whatever we want, 12 months a year, which obviously is great from our financial position, you know.
And as the money side of things, has it been going kind of up year on year? Is it peaks and troughs? Was it tough last year with the wet weather, etc.?
The last year didn't help with the wet weather, but we've got you can see, if you look at the camera facilities in here, we've got a bar. We can actually hold 80 people, 90 people in here, so we can actually have members' parties. So during the course of the winter, we can diversify and get revenue, which I think every business, you know, because we're always running a bar and a cricket club, it's almost like running a small business. So you can actually diversify. Next weekend we've got our 5-mile run here, which hopefully will bring us in, you know, the thing. So you've actually got
which JR's not doing.
It's not just about cricket. Otherwise, you can't keep the facilities and that at a reasonable level, which because you want to encourage people to play, and with match fees and subscriptions, you know, you've got to keep them reasonable, otherwise you won't get them playing twice a week. And with like any other club, we've got trouble getting people to want to play every week. So, you know, we need to keep them reasonable level, we need other things to help us on our way.
John, thanks very much. Let's bring Colin in, because Colin is a bit of a legend around these parts. Kent over 60s, former England over 60s. You've been at Staplehurst a fair few years now. What have you seen in terms of being able to attract the juniors in? Is it easier than it used to be with all the coaching qualifications? Is it tougher?
No, I think it's got easier to attract the juniors in, and we've got a very good youth policy here around the schools as well. But the problem comes when they get to 16 or 17 years old and they start doing other things. If you come down here on a Sunday morning, it's packed out with youngsters, but then, you know, things come on with girlfriends and driving cars and things like that, and they start to disappear. And that's the difficult age group. And we've found that by going into the Kent Village League on a Sunday, which brings those juniors into play in league cricket, and then hopefully bring them on to the Saturday league sides, which are the main cricket here.
Well, that's great stuff. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to dive into the tea here. Particular favourite is the chocolate cake. So I'm going to leave you back to you. I'm going to stay with the tea.